Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to episode 15 of Let's Talk Meditation with Heather Nieves. As a women's empowerment coach and founder of I Love Me Yoga, I love supporting women on their journey to inner peace and finding their purpose. Here you'll learn tools to help you be more present and take radical responsibility for your happiness. I'll be leading guided meditations, interviewing guests on their meditation journey, and going deep in conversation as an invitation to shift your perspective on the way you see yourself. But before we dive into today's conversation, let's take 3 cleansing breaths together. So go ahead and place your hand on your heart. Roll your shoulders back. If you're driving, please keep your eyes opened. Otherwise, close them. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and let it all go. Sigh it out. Let it be weird. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply and let it all go. Releasing mental tension and physical tension through every exhale. One more time. Inhale deeply and release. How do you feel? Today's title is Become Who You Say You Want to Be. I'll be unpacking that quote today. I'm recording this episode in advance exclusively for the members of my free Facebook community, Meditation for Mamas and More. However, going forward, most of the time it'll be exclusive for the members of my Presence membership. It's a 28-day meditation challenge membership, but a new round begins on May 2nd, but you're welcome to join anytime. I'll post the link in the show notes for you. I like to be spontaneous and offer pop-ups as I'm inspired in whatever space I'm getting that nudge that day. So I ask you, do you trust your nudges? As a human design pure generator, I'm inspired moment by moment, and I focus on satisfaction in that moment when it is a hell yes. So when I say become who you say you want to be, how does that feel in your body? Is it exciting? Is it scary AF? I just invite you to notice. My mentor, Jen Kohler, hi Jen, she invites me to sit and vision often. When we first started working together, I realized I hadn't been doing that. I didn't have goals. I was just living day to day rather than dreaming and desiring. So I think the beauty is that others can help inspire us to become who we say we want to be. They become a mirror for what is possible. That's when we get to go within and explore what that looks like and feels like for ourselves. So some of you might have just like contracted, like our body tensed up when you heard become who you say you want to be. Or maybe you got a pit in your stomach thinking about all the times that you failed, which might be what's holding you back, AKA keeping you safe from leaving what you know, the comfort zone. I've actually been reading The Mountain Is You by Brianna, it's West or West. She speaks about transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. And oftentimes we just have to look at what's going on within as an observer rather than attaching shame or other energy to it. She explains that self-sabotage often is just keeping us safe in our old patterns and habits in a loop just to protect us, right? Our humanness loves familiar. Our brains are wired for familiar. But the truth is, the heart knows, right? The heart knows that there is more. So this is an invitation to trust that knowing, that more, those desires. So really, we just simply need to give ourselves permission to become who you say you want to be. And also asking yourself, who do I want to be? And is that mine, or is that something others have decided for me? Meditation is a beautiful opportunity for that self-reflection. Sometimes my meditation sessions are just simply contemplation and just understanding these things that I desire, who I want to be. Is that mine, or was it passed down to me? Or is it because of the world that I'm living in? Like, what are my desires? What does the heart know? And sometimes that takes time to explore, to unfold. I have found that journaling is the best form of clarity and focus. Would you agree? Also, having a coach, a mentor, a therapist to help reflect things back to you and offer another perspective, that's always powerful, because we get stuck, right? We get stuck in that loop and the repetitive way of thinking and being. So when we're offered a different perspective, then we can start to see life differently. And that's why I love what I do, because I help you see yourself differently for the rest of your life, right? So I will be bringing back my 90-day Unfold program soon. So you definitely want to be on my email list if you're curious. So I want to read to you what I posted on my personal Facebook last night. I was feeling so damn good. And here's the thing, celebrate when you feel good. Freaking celebrate it, right? Because what we focus on expands. So if you want more of it, then feel it in your body, let it expand. And then when you don't feel good, just simply notice, right? Because the shame, the beating yourself up, it's not helppful ever. And I know that shame energy, I just released a lot of it. And so in my post last night, I'm literally reading what I wrote. I feel so damn good in this moment because I am devoted. I've returned to doing things that truly make me feel so damn good. That's nourishing my body with more real food like fruits and vegetables, less sugar, no alcohol, less processed foods. I'm moving my body consistently in ways that are fun and feel good. I'm prioritizing rest, like actual sleep, and rest from workouts. I'm on my phone a lot less, reading books and meditating more often. And when we're not living in a way that we desire, immediately we go to shame, right? We'll shame ourselves. We beat ourselves up. We get it stuck in the patterns and the habits. They're familiar, right? They don't feel good, but we keep repeating them. So if you want to know the secret to getting out of that loop, whether it's food, whether it's your relationship with your body, whether it's a movement practice, whether it's your business, whether it's relationships, right? The secret to getting out of that loop, that dark space, is practice returning, right? That word returning. I love looking up the definition of words. So in the fitness and diet world, it's often said, just keep getting back on track, get on the wagon, get back on track. And I don't resonate with that. I don't resonate with it because then it implies that you were off track. It implies that you were off the wagon. And then I'll go into the shame loop, right? Shame and disappointment. So what if, just like when you're when you're in meditation, because I love the analogy of just relating things back to meditation, because that's the foundation of everything, especially here on Let's Talk Meditation. What if, just like in meditation, when our thoughts wander, we simply just return to the breath? We simply just return to the breath and we are in the now. And then we can apply that to our relationship with food, with movement or anything else, right? We just keep returning, creating a new pattern. And when the old pattern comes back, because it will, because it's familiar and comfortable, then we observe and we simply decide to devote to returning to what feels good. What is for our highest good? And then the more that we create this new way of being, the easier it is to return there again and again and again. And each time we return, there is less resistance, right? It's easier to stay there longer and feel good for longer periods of time. So adding to this, this happens. We can make small changes over time, or we can go balls to the wall. We can go all in. We can take radical responsibility for our life. I do a little bit of both. I don't usually take the easy path. For our happiness, we get to take radical responsibility for our happiness. And meditation is an incredible tool to help you and remind you to take your power back. Take your life back. Become who you say you want to be, right? Do you say you want to meditate more often? Then come meditate with me. Do you say you want to love yourself and your body? Then come move your body with me and get to know her and learn to like her. And if it's not with me, that's okay. Find someone, somewhere, something, or go within. Trust, move intuitively, meditate intuitively. Trust yourself. So I heard this week and I wanted to share it with you here and now. Jen, thank you, Jen Kohler. Are you committed to your past, or are you committed to your freedom? That resonated so deep for me. I'm gonna repeat it. Are you committed to your past or to your freedom? I often use the word devoted rather than discipline or committed. It's just a different energy. So what are you devoting to? How can you be more devoted in your life? In all of these tips that I share, they can't be done at once. It's a muscle that we must build and devote to trusting ourselves and being guided by our desires and our visions, right? And then in this process, we get to make friends with fear and doubt and the unknown and walk alongside them. So in becoming who you say you want to be, I ask you to reflect on, what are you consuming? Are you listening to affirmations, podcasts, reading books to help you in your becoming, in your remembering? Or are you mindlessly scrolling social media and watching TV? Know this, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to say that you are bad or these things are bad, right? Or that you have to stop doing them. Because I love me some Netflix. When I have my period, that's my binge time. I take those 1 or 2 days, right? But I've also noticed that when I watch certain things and at night, or my husband does, it affects me, right? So we get to notice and decide. So rather than continuing a habit or just letting it be because it makes my husband happy, I ask him, please change this. This is not my energy says no. Less words and more just listening to the energy, the yes and the no. Body says no. Please go downstairs or change it, right? Or I'll just lay there and I'll just read. So I got really excited today. Totally okay. I love this energy and I want to share it with you. And I've cried on episodes as well too. So this is being a full spectrum human. I want us to go within. I want us to meditate together now. Let's clear the energy. If you're driving, please do not close your eyes and just listen and maybe come back to this a little later. But let's close our eyes, dropping in, taking a deep breath in and letting it all go. Let's do that again. Breathing in and out. Releasing any mental or physical tension with every exhale. Dropping the shoulders. Another deep inhale. Fill the belly up. Take up space. And release. You don't need any of that negative energy anymore. You don't need any of those negative thoughts anymore. Just let them all go with every exhale. Just say peace out. Goodbye. Now it's time to connect with our sacred vessels. So just simply allow yourself to be devoted to this moment. Just pausing here, checking in with your sacred vessel, devoting to just simply noticing and observing and being here right now, present in this very moment, being devoted to this moment. Place your hand on your belly. I'm devoted to trusting my gut, my inner knowing. Breathe life into this space. Let's breathe love into this space. Let your body know that this is a safe moment and a safe space. Dropping in deeper. Devoted. I am devoted. As you allow these words to become yours and you embody them, maybe you repeat after me. I am ready to become who I say I want to be. I am devoted. Remembering that this is a new moment and every moment is simply just a moment. I am devoted. And I trust my inner knowing. Just be in this energy, in this knowing, in this becoming, and in this remembering. Check in with your body from your toes to the crown of your head. And just let it circulate from the bottom to the top and back down the other side. Back up to the top and down the other side. Breathing it in to the top and back down to the bottom as you ground in this truth. You can stop here and just sit in this energy. Or if you're ready, you can slowly begin to awaken. Stretching your arms, waking up at your own pace. Placing your hands on your heart. You can open your eyes. Let today be a remembering of who you are, of what you are capable of, and decide to be devoted. You have a sacred responsibility and become who you say you want to be. If you are enjoying this podcast, I do thank you with all of my heart and soul for listening. In addition to, I would ask if you share it with a friend, rate, review it. It would also be so helpful and mean the world to me. If you missed the Women's Meditation Summit, no worries. You can still access all 7 meditations. Just visit heathernieves.com/presence. It is incredible. That is all for today. I will talk to you next week for an episode of Let's Talk Meditation with Heather Nieves.